The Miami Dolphins are heading into one of the most nerve-wracking games of their season, squaring off against the New York Jets this Sunday at MetLife Stadium. Rivalries are never straightforward, especially in the AFC East, and while the Jets might not have the strongest record this season, divisional games always come with a little extra fire and unpredictability. For Miami, this is more than just another game. It's a battle to keep their playoff dreams alive, and the stakes couldn't be higher. But here's the twist. Tua Tagovailoa, the heart of the Dolphins' offense, is likely out. His hip injury from the Houston Texans game hasn't fully healed, sidelining him last week against the Cleveland Browns and casting a shadow over this crucial matchup. So, the Dolphins are turning once again to backup quarterback Tyler Huntley. It's a heavy load for Huntley to carry, but this isn't his first high-pressure outing. Huntley's ability to step up could define Miami's season. When he took over recently, he was more than solid, he was effective. Completing 22 of 26 passes for 225 yards and a touchdown, plus adding 52 rushing yards and another score on the ground, Huntley showed he could deliver under pressure. But can he replicate that level of performance against the Jets, knowing a season hangs in the balance? That's the question everyone's asking. The Dolphins' offense can't rely solely on Huntley, though. This is a team effort, and the playmakers around him must show up in a big way. Running back Devon Achane will need to be at his best to keep the Jets' defense honest. His ability to break through the line and pick up tough yards will be crucial for balancing the offense. And then there's Tyreek Hill, explosive, reliable, and always a threat. Hill has been a force all season, and his chemistry with Huntley was clear in their last outing. 9 catches for 109 yards? That's the kind of performance the Dolphins will need again. And what about Jalen Waddle? He's been sidelined with a knee injury, but reports suggest he's trending in the right direction. If Waddle can get back on the field, his dynamic presence could be the edge Miami needs. The combination of Hill and Waddle has given opposing defenses nightmares all season, and having them both healthy could be a game-changer. Of course, none of this works without solid protection up front. The offensive line has to step up. The Jets' defense may not be perfect, but they've got playmakers who can disrupt an offense in an instant. Keeping Huntley upright and giving him time to make plays will be a priority. And turnovers? Forget about it. Miami cannot afford to hand the ball over. One mistake could be the difference between hope and heartbreak. On the other side of the ball, the defense will have its hands full. Slowing down the Jets' offense isn't just about making stops, it's about giving Huntley and the offense room to breathe. Defensive tackles Zach Sealer and Calais Campbell will need to dominate the trenches, while linebacker Jordan Brooks must be everywhere at once, shutting down runs and pressuring the quarterback. A strong defensive effort will not only keep the Jets off the board but also set the tone for Miami's offense to take control. This isn't just a regular season game, it's a fight for survival. The playoffs are on the line, and there's no room for error. Winning against the Jets keeps Miami in the conversation, but even then, their fate isn't entirely in their hands. The Dolphins will also need to keep a close eye on the Chiefs versus Broncos game. Here's where things get complicated. The Chiefs have already locked up the top seed in the AFC, so they're expected to rest some of their key players. That might give the Broncos an opening to pull off an upset, which would knock the Dolphins out of the playoffs, even if Miami wins. It's a maddening situation, isn't it? You're fighting with everything you've got, only to have your fate potentially decided by someone else. But the Dolphins can't let that distract them. They have to focus on their own game, their own plays, and their own execution. Resilience, determination, and discipline, that's what it will take to get the win and keep their season alive. This is a moment that could define the Dolphins' season. A win on Sunday would be more than just another tally in the win column, it would be a statement. A statement that this team can overcome adversity, rise to the occasion, and fight until the very end. Whether or not the playoffs are in the cards, Miami has to show the league, and their fans, that they won't back down. But what happens if they lose? That's the lingering fear. The possibility of coming this far, fighting through injuries and setbacks, only to fall short, is almost too much to think about. For now, though, the focus has to be on the game in front of them. All the analysis, the speculation, the what-ifs, they don't matter once the ball is snapped. It's all about what happens on that field, in those 60 minutes. So here we are, on the brink of a game that could mean everything or nothing at all. The Miami Dolphins against the New York Jets, with the season hanging in the balance. Will the Dolphins rise to the occasion, or will this be the end of the road? One thing's for sure, Sunday can't come soon enough.